Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Pro Football with Mike, Daman, and Tom. Week 4. Now, once again, unfortunately, Tom's not here. He will be back next week, we promise. Tom, we miss you. We'll see you next week. But taking Tom's place is our good friend, Nick Kaninsky. Nick, say hi to everyone.
Hello. They ran out of bald people, so they called me.
We did run out of bald people.
Sorry, Tom.
Besides us, Pete behind our technical advisor, Pete there. So this is week 4. We will remind you later. We appreciate all of our friends and family watching. People that don't know us that are watching, oh my God, we thank you even more. Please hit subscribe. Please like. One thing, gentlemen, we always do is unlike these other shows that just bad, we jump right in. So we are jumping right into football. Pete, let's zoom into our first game. All right, gentlemen, this is our Thursday night game. We have Seattle at Arizona. If Arizona would have won and beat San Fran, I probably would have gone with them. But Seattle looks like they're really hitting some strides. So just me personally, I don't know why. They're the visiting team, but I am going to go with Seattle on that first game. Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Seattle, too. They look really good, really strong defense. Darnold looks like he wasn't just a one-hit wonder. And, hopefully Kyler Murray can make weight off his Pee Wee game and make it to this one, but I don't think it will help.
What does Tom have for
Tom
Seattle?
has Seattle, and I'm going to make it unanimous. We're all going Seahawks here. I think the Seahawks are just too strong for the Cardinals. Like Dom said, if they would have done something against San Fran, maybe, but I think Seattle's actually got their number. So
it's a shame because I love watching Kyler Murray. They just can never put it together. All right, guys, this is one of those Sundays that we love. We get early football. So Minnesota-Pittsburgh is actually our 9:30 game from Ireland. I don't know why. I'll tell you what, if Carson Wentz can just play mistake-free football like he did, I think Pittsburgh is the worst 2-1 team out there. I don't know why. I'm going to go with Minnesota. Nick?
I got Minnesota, too. I think Minnesota's like the quarterback rehab of the NFL. You send anyone there, and somehow they turn okay, except for J.J. McCarthy, obviously.
Yeah.
But anyone else that's been broken goes to Minnesota and becomes fixed. So I think they've got this. Their defense looks really good as well.
That's one thing, yes. What does Tom have, Minnesota-Pittsburgh?
Tom has the Vikings, and I'm going to go with the Vikings, too, because, quite frankly, Pittsburgh used to be like the best defensive team there was. I mean, there was nobody better than Pittsburgh.
Even if their offense was crappy, their defense was always good.
But this year, their defense is mediocre. Minnesota actually has a good defensive coordinator. I don't understand. I don't think Brian Flores will be there next year. I think he's going to get another shot at a head coach job somewhere. Even Carson Wentz looked really good this last week. So, I'm going to go Vikings.
Okay. All right, now we go with our 1 o'clock games. Washington at Atlanta. Washington has been looking great. Atlanta has been looking terrible. And in typical Atlanta fashion, I think they step up because they'll have one good game, make you really get on their bandwagon, and then they'll suck again. But I think this is I don't know why. I think Atlanta's at home, and I think they know they can't go 1-3, especially with the Bucs doing so well. I'm going to go with Atlanta at home. Nick?
I got to take whatever they're called now, the Commanders, the football team, the Redskins, whatever you want to call them. What happened to the Falcons last week is embarrassment. I think the Georgia Bulldogs should replace them as Atlanta team because after that was embarrassing. So I have no faith in them. Raheem Morris is already making moves. It's already a bad sign of this being a really bad season for the Falcons. So I'm taking the Washington.
What is Tom?
Okay, taking Washington. Tom's taking Washington too. All logic would say that you should take Washington. However, I think Atlanta got embarrassed so badly. I think Raheem Morris is really going to get into him. And I think if Jaden Daniels is still out, and I believe he is, I think Atlanta's going to pull it out. I think they got embarrassed last week by Carolina, and I think they're really going to, take
and
it back.
you and I like Penix, watching them all through college. So, all right, guys, this should be the easiest one to pick. New Orleans, no offense, we know they're rebuilding, and they are playing to me one of the best teams in the whole league. Buffalo, easy. Nick?
Yeah, put your money on the Bills. Call it a day.
Yeah, I don't even have to look. I know Tom had to pick the Bills because he's not an idiot. Everybody's picking the Bills. This is a no-brainer. New Orleans is going for that number 1 overall pick, and they're going to get it. Trust me, they're working real hard to make sure that they just suck so bad. It's horrible. And Buffalo,
That's your Super Bowl pick.
that's my Super Bowl pick. Yeah. So, go Bills.
Okay.
Sorry, Saints.
All right, we got Cleveland at Detroit. I gotta be honest with you. You and I both thought Detroit was going to be 0-4. They lost so much. Boy, did they look good against Baltimore. So if they keep doing what they're doing, I think Cleveland will just fumble over themselves. I'm going to go, and Detroit's home. I'm going to go with Detroit winning and going to 3-1. Nick?
Yeah, Detroit's looked good. They had that big mess up kind of week 1, got embarrassed. And even though I think Cleveland is a solid team, now the Packers should have beat them last week, but what are you going to do? But they have a solid defense, but I just don't think they have any offensive firepower to compete with Dan Campbell. Is going to go through it every 4th down and put up 70 points if he can. So got to take the Lions here.
What does Tom have?
Tom has the Lions. I'm going to go lone wolf. Ow! Cleveland showed last week why they have the best defense in the NFL. They have Myles Garrett is just an absolute beast.
The whole
He's a
defensive
monster.
line, the whole defensive line is pretty talented.
Yeah,
great.
they have
line.
a great defense, and the Packers beat the Lions first week, and since Cleveland just beat the Packers, I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with Cleveland
You can't
again.
count week 1.
2 weeks in a row. Go Dogs!
So just in case you
Dog
haven't
pound.
watched our show, guys, Michael is a big Bear fan.
How could you tell?
But this is really fun this week because Nick is a big Packer fan. So I'm just going to enjoy this show very much. Yes, our friend Kat over there is laughing.
Remember
Okay.
that one Super Bowl they won randomly?
Yeah. See? Yeah, he's waiting. All right, calm, deep breath. All right, here we go to the bowl.
It's okay. I'll be here next week. He won't.
All right, Tennessee at Houston. You know what? I think Cam Ward's going to be good. I just don't see Houston at home going to 0-4. They have got to have the panic button hit. I'm going to go with Houston. Nick?
You know what? I'm going to take an upset. I think the Titans, they haven't been playing good, but I've lost a lot of faith on the Texans. Stroud was the wonderkin, and now we're on
Has not
year
played
3
well.
or 4.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the guy he was rookie year. I think Titans. I think they're gonna figure something out. They're gonna figure something out. That cancel his contract. I turned my phone off. I think Titans got this one. I'm gonna take an upset for the Titans this week.
All right, what does Tom have?
Tom has Houston.
All right.
And I kind of agree with you. C.J. Stroud, when he came into the league, he was great. He just had the best rookie season we ever saw. And then, of course, the next year, Jaden Daniels beat him. Cam Ward looks really good. The Titans have not been winning, but they've been looking really good, and they've been really competitive. I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Coordinator too. Callahan took himself off play calling duties today.
And Cam Ward's looked really good. He really has. For a rookie, he's been doing great.
That team is not good,
Yeah.
and he's trying his best. So
So we're going to go with Tennessee.
All right, Carolina at New England. Carolina looked great. If that Carolina team showed up to beat Atlanta last week, this might be different. But I think New England's going to be mad. New England really should have beat Pittsburgh. They outplayed them last week, and they just made too many mistakes. But New England's at home. I'm going to go with New England in this game. Nick?
yeah, I think it looked a little fluky for the Panthers last week. I think the New England is fine. It's a fine team. They're, I think, an average team at this point, the below average, but I think they're better than the Panthers. So I got to take New England here.
What does Tom have?
Tom has Carolina. He's
okay.
going. He was evidently convinced last week that Carolina beating Atlanta just was, that was it. So he's on board. I think New England should have won last week, honestly.
Yeah.
They really should have won last week. They were the better team, except for the fact that they gave away the ball 5 times. I don't care how good you are. You give away the ball 5 times, 5 turnovers, you're going to lose the game every time. But I don't think they do the same mistakes this week. I think they preach holding on to the ball. I think New England takes it.
All right. Undefeated LA Chargers against the 0-3 New York Giants. And I am going to pick the upset here. I think that stadium is going to be loud with energy because rookie Jackson Dart is going to get his first start. And the Chargers are about ready to have a letdown at some point. I am going to go. I know I'm going to be by myself. I don't care. I'm going to go with the New York Giants. Don't let me down. Jackson Dart, let's do it. Nick.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers here. I'm going to miss seeing the moon balls and then seeing Cam Scatterbo get CT every play. He will still get Cam Scatterbo getting CT, but we'll miss the moon balls. And unfortunately, I don't think Dart will probably miss the mark here. There's your pun of the day. And I'm taking the Chargers.
All right. Tom?
Tom's taking the Chargers. I'm sorry. I love the Chargers. I think them and Buffalo are playing for the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl. I think the Chargers are going to win. However, me and Dominic have both been saying, start Dart. Get Russell Wilson out of there. He needs to go play golf or something. Start Dart. And Scatterbo has been looking really good last week. He got 19 points in fantasy football. I think the Giants are going to give him a lot tougher game than they think. But I love Justin Herbert. He is just so good. I don't see how the Chargers lose this one. But it will be close.
All right.
Closer than most people think.
Our last 1 o'clock game, our Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Phillies coming into town. My heart is with Tampa, but the Buccaneers have 3 backup offensive linemen and 3 of our 4 receivers are out. Mike Evans is out. Chris Godwin is still out. Terry McLaughlin is still out. It's just too much. And Philly's really hitting on all cylinders. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to go with Philly in this. Nick?
I think this is a big game for the Bucs to see, even with all the injuries, see how real they are as a contender. They played a lot of teams, not a lot of quality teams as of yet, but they've made everything close, but they got the win. That's what good teams do. I think it's going to be a little different with the Eagles. I think the Eagles have this one this week.
And what does Tom have?
Tom does not have a pick in there. So.
Oh, a tie.
Oh, no, wait.
tie
I'm
for
sorry.
Tom.
I'm sorry. Tom picked the Bucs. Of course.
Okay.
Because
right.
Tom loves the Bucs. I love the Bucs too. Injuries are getting to the Bucs really bad. And right now, Philly's firing on all cylinders. So as much as I love the Bucs, unless Baker pulls out a Boomer Sooner miracle again, I think it's going to be Philly.
All right, let's go to our 4 o'clock games, gentlemen. We have undefeated Indianapolis with Indiana Daniel Jones there playing out of his mind against a mad 2-1 Rams who should have beat Philly. I think Indy's going to come back to earth here. I'm going to pick the Rams. Nick?
Yeah, I told someone last week that I was like, you know what? They thought the Rams were going to get blown out. It's like they're a competitive team. They're a good team. And I think this is going to be a big test for the Colts. But I got to take the Rams here. I think the defense is really good, and that offense still's got a lot of weapons. So I'm taking the Rams.
Who does Tom have?
Tom has the Rams. I'm going to make it unanimous. I'm going with the Rams too. I do think it's going to be a pretty darn good game. And I'll tell you what, if Indy pulls it out against the Rams, I know who I'm picking next week.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
All right, Jacksonville 2-1 at the undefeated 49ers. The 49ers got a lot of injuries, have every reason not to be undefeated. But they just keep finding a way. Jacksonville is such a roller coaster. Being a Florida boy, I would like Jacksonville to win. But you know what? Until I see it, I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with the 49ers. Nick?
I go to the 49ers too. I mean, Shanahan just makes it work with whatever he has. Whether his team's got 3 people left on it, he's still going to make it work. So, and Jacksonville, again, hasn't proven. They've had a little bit of conflict between Cohen and Lawrence. We'll see what happens with that, but I got to take the 49ers here.
And who does Tom have?
Tom has San Francisco, and I'm going to take San Francisco too, even though I think it's going to be closer than you think because San Fran lost Joey Bosa, and that's a big piece to lose such a really great defensive end.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick
Yeah.
Bosa.
The same.
They're brothers, identical twin brothers, and the same thing. So anyhow, a Bosa boy, they lost one. But Jacksonville hasn't done anything this year. They haven't been able to put anything together to make it seem like they're a team that's really going to do something. So I think San Fran's going to win it by default. It'll be a close game, but yeah.
All right, now we go to our 425 games. Gentlemen, Baltimore at Kansas City, one of these teams will be 1-3, which is hard for me to believe. I don't know why. They're just at home, and maybe because Baltimore just did not look good against Detroit. I'm going to go with the home team because I think Kansas City can see that if they don't start winning and keep up with the Chargers, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Kansas City on this. Nick?
Yeah, both these teams have had pretty tough schedules. Really, besides getting to play the Giants, so that they can get a cheap win there for the Chiefs. I got to take Baltimore here. I just think they're more of a complete team. They haven't shown really, but they played really well against some top level competition, which I don't think Kansas City has as much in my opinion. So I'm taking Baltimore.
What does Tom have?
Tom has.
Oh, Baltimore. I can see it from here. Yeah.
Okay, Baltimore.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah. Tom has the Ravens, and I think the Ravens are going to do good. Here's the problem. Ravens have one of the worst defenses in the league. That's a shocker because they've been one of the best defenses in the league.
Like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the NFC
Pittsburgh.
North.
There used to be all defense.
Now it's just the Browns holding it up.
Jeez.
Yeah. The Browns are the only good defense in that division anymore now. Kansas City barely beat the Giants with Russell Wilson, who we all agree should be on a golf course, not on a football field. You know what? I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. I think they're going to go into Kansas City, and you're right. I think after the Ravens got embarrassed by Detroit, I think they're going to sit there and say, all right, we got to get this together. We got to play better and get it. And I think Harbaugh is going to be the guy who gets them going.
All right, our second 425, Chicago, the Bears at Vegas. Everyone's talked about the Bears and beating the Cowboys, but I've never heard anybody say this yet. The one thing that the Bears looked like, what they were doing, they looked like they actually had fun. It looks like they were having fun on the field. If Vegas would show, Vegas is at home, and I love Pete Carroll. If Vegas would have shown me a little bit more, they just haven't. I'm gonna just think that Chicago's gonna take some of that good momentum. I'm gonna go with Chicago here. Nick?
Yeah, honestly, I have these teams kind of even with the Bears with a slight lead right now. They've shown more. Obviously, it's pretty embarrassing as a Raider fan. I'm not a Raider fan, but to get blown out like that by the Washington team without Jane Daniels.
Backup. Yeah.
They are in Vegas, so who knows what happens when people go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes it gets a little tricky. I'm going to take the Bears here. I think they showed a little bit more recently, but honestly, I think this one could be a little closer than expected.
And what does Tom have?
Well, Tom has the Bears too.
Okay.
And of course, we all know that I'm picking the Raiders. Oh, wait. No. Just to say this, I love Brock Bowers. I think he is the best tight end in the game. He's fantastic. Ashton Giante looks really good too, but he hasn't had that breakout game yet.
He doesn't have a line.
I mean that's part of it.
Barry Sanders would lose a couple yards per carry with that line.
But that's just it. Geno Smith is good, but he's not enough. I don't think they have enough to overcome it. And I think the Bears and Caleb Williams, after a 4-touchdown game, looking as good as they did, as happy as they are, I think they're flying really high, and I think the Bears are going to take this one too.
Okay.
Go Bears. We're unanimous. Everybody picked the Bears.
This game should get ratings through the roof here. Green Bay at Dallas. I was going to go with Green Bay before. But now that Green Bay's got to be pissed that they're not undefeated, they should have been Cleveland. Micah Parsons coming home. I think, and Dallas doesn't look like they can stop anything. I'm going with Green Bay without a doubt in this game. Nick?
Well, I know the Packers are glad to get, Rasheed Walker said we were going to go 17-0 this year. 2 days later, we've canceled that, all right? So now we go 16-1. No, but honestly, I don't think the Cowboys could stop a AAU team. You put them against a high school football team, they might put 100 on them.
Sisters of the Mary Poor.
I pray, every day to the Cowboys fans, something happens to Jerry Jones. I'm sure they do too. No, I'm just kidding. But Packers should clear this one. If they don't, it's a sign of they've got a lot of problems ahead.
Well, Tom has the Packers too, and I'm not going to go lone wolf. I know you thought I was going to.
Oh,
and
man.
I know Raw Dog. Thanks for watching, buddy. But I know you think that I never, ever, ever pick the Packers. I'm going to tell you right now, if I could mortgage my house and bet the money on the Packers, I would. Dallas can't do anything right. They can't get their own way. Micah Parsons is going to light up Dak Prescott. You heard it here. It's not going to be funny. It's not going to be close. They aren't friends anymore. Micah Parsons is going to go for blood. He's going to go for the all-time sack lead if he can. This is going to be a slaughter, a massacre. Green Bay is going to kill the Cowboys.
First 200-point game.
Are we going to take over-unders on? Are we going to take? Are we going to take over-unders on how many times we see Jerry in the box just going? By the way, really quick, just for my friend Don. Don, you like the purple and black team. The purple and yellow is Minnesota. This is the one you like, Baltimore, the purple and black. Some of our friends that are ladies that don't know, they just like the pretty colors. All right. Nick, what was your scenario of the 2 Monday night games?
This is the Monday night. If you have any plans,
Monday.
if you have any plans, please keep them. Find anything else better to do on Monday. You got proctology exam, schedule it. Anything.
Root canal, do it.
I would, even if you don't have something to take out, pull it out. I'd pull teeth to watch some of these games.
The Jets and the Dolphins. This is 0-3 and 0-3. Am I correct?
Yep.
You know what, though? At least the Jets have been fighting. Miami, they put up a good fight. You guys know I sold my stock on Miami. I can see either one. I'm going to go with the Jets. I don't know why, just because I am. Nick?
They look like a better team with Tyrod in there. Tyrod is a veteran quarterback that always seems to run a decent offense. So I'm going to take the Jets here. The Dolphins, forget about it. I think there's too much internal fighting already, and Mike McDaniel's not the guy to right that ship.
Sorry, Randy.
Yeah. Well, Tom is a believer in the fish. He likes fish. He doesn't think they're going to get fried. I think the Jets have been fighting. They've been playing good football. They're not there yet. They are a rebuilding team, but they do have talent. And once you get past Tyreek Hill and Tua and Waddle, I mean, can you name another person on the Dolphins team? Hardly at all.
I don't even know if Tua could name another person on their team.
Yeah.
Or a CTE, so.
So I'm going Jets. Jets.
Man,
All right.
If you misspelled that.
Thank you for not. Our last game, Cincinnati at Denver. And by the way, Cincinnati ownership, way to go. Way to go to have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And for 5-6 years, you've done nothing to protect him. Well done. Cincinnati's going to stink, and I don't think the fans should blame anybody but ownership for not protecting Joe Burrow. I got to tell you guys, I thought Denver would be 3-0 or 1, and I'm surprised Denver has not looked great. I think they will get back on track and beat Cincinnati. Nick?
I'm taking the Broncos because the Bengals aren't even an organization. I don't even know if they're an AAU team without Joe Burrow. But I didn't think the Broncos are going to be all that. I thought they had a little bit of an overachieving year last year. They still have a quality defense. The offense is still kind of whatever. I mean, it doesn't seem like they rise to the occasion and win those big games, but this should be an easy one for them because, again, the Bengals suck.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be unanimous again. Tom also picked Denver, and Dom will tell you, I've loved Bo Nix since he was in Oregon. He rifles that ball in there. He's great. I think Broncos have a lot more talent. And I don't think I'm going to be able to pick Cincinnati again this year.
Yeah,
without Joe Burrow,
yeah.
the team is just, it's like they have no leadership at all. I mean, nothing.
Well, I think Zach Taylor needs to be fired.
And
I think he's done.
I'll be honest with you. I think Cincinnati's going to be making a lot of trades at the deadline. I think they're going to be unloading a lot of stuff. So, we're unanimous. Everybody's picking the Broncos. And,
Okay.
there we have it.
All right. Well, lots of thanks. First of all, Tom, we miss you. We look forward to seeing you next week. Let's give a round of applause. Nick, excellent job.
Thank you, Nick.
If Tom's not here next week, I'll shave my head.
Yes, and bring you back and just tell Michael you're somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you to the Village Players to let us shoot here. Thank you for Pete behind the camera. Thank you, Pete. Thanks again to the Village Players. Guys, all of you who are watching, thank you so much. Please, again, hit like, hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. All right? Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and share.